You know what I've always wondered? Which company in the right mind would take a logo so full of vividness and joy and turn it into a couple of lines that look better? I really like this new logo. It really captures what the company stands for. It looks way better. No, it doesn't. Is the fox even there anymore? So now I've been inspired to bring back to life into some of the worst redesigned logos. That's why I decided to rely on the one thing that most of, if not all students rely on for their schoolwork. AI. Here I've asked the four most well-known AI models the same prompt. What are the top 10 worst company logos? And after receiving all the data I needed, I combined all the rankings to create one final list. Jaguar's 2024 rebranding was bashed the most, with 3 out of 4 models ranking it number 1. Following the list are companies like Cracker Barrel, Gap, Pepsi, and more. Now that the final list is ready, I will be now attempting to restore these worst redesigned logos as a complete graphic designer beginner. I mean, like straight out of the womb when it comes to graphic design. So, to start off at number 10, we have CNBC, a logo that forms the head of a peacock with 6 vivid feather like shapes, each one representing their news divisions. So, what did their logo turn into? That's a great question. This, CNBC, with the triangle in it. Anywho, to start off the design, I added CNBC, put into the right font, but specifically with the C, I wanted to do something with it. So I found this image of a peacock, cut its head off, and put it onto the C. And then, using the shape dropper tool, I was able to match the art style of the two to kind of like blend it in. Then I decided to use the same feather design that the original logo had, but kept out the head of the peacock that was a part of it, since I had already integrated it into the C. And after getting the design how I liked it, I added it on top of the NBC and finally fixed up the background to get the final design. Kadoosh! And there it is, the new CNBC logo that I've designed, which compared to the most recent one, honestly, anything is better than that one. I made it a little artsy looking, I think, with the whole peacock as an addition, and honestly, it was completely unnecessary, but anything to make it stand out. At number 9 is Pepsi, who threw away a perfectly fine logo for one so controversial that they had to explain themselves through planetary physics and artistic techniques. Wow. And now, I'll use my own planetary inspiration to create this Pepsi logo. So I started off by using these organic shapes to create a yin-yang sort of design with this circular background behind it. Then, I rotated the shape to my liking, uploaded these Pepsi and Coca-Cola text into my logo, and changed the colors of the shapes to match the current logo. Then I decided to relocate the text into the shapes to clear up room and add some descriptions like since 1898. And here's the oh my gosh, what did I just make? Screw it. You know what? Pepsi, hire me. Because I made a logo that your designers couldn't ever dream of making. You're really gonna clown Pepsi after making that? Uh, well, you practically made a beverage that Mondo Burger would sell. Now get out of the closet and make a better logo. And a better logo I will make at number 8, Range Rover, whose logo is now 2 R's that are infused to create an illegible logo. Now, my main goal for this one is to have at least 2 R's in my design, which is a high expectation in my head. But anyways, I'm going with the more luxury coastal feel with beige and black colorways. And so I found this cool font for the R's and lined them up for a seamless connection. With that, I added some final details and we have the final product. Wow. Yep, with a little bedazzle in it, I think it came out pretty well. Number 7, OpenAI. And its redesign? OpenAI. I'm still trying to figure out what changed here, but I think I have a simple solution to fix it anyways. So to start off, I simply cropped the original logo to get the flower and part of the OpenAI text. Then I made it so the flower would act as an O in OpenAI. And with the light background, we now have a simplistic yet familiar logo for OpenAI. Yeah, I think this will do. Oh, seems like you've caught me gazing at the most thirst-quenching Tropicana design. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, this bad Tropicana design still actually looks quite delectable. Still, I do understand how it lost some of that pizzazz that the old one had. So to create the ultimate Tropicana product, I'm deciding to redesign the carton. With my design, I'm creating this orange top that a straw can poke through to drink. Then I used the original Tropicana logo as well as some orange slices to create this happy face. After that, I made this orange bottom using some shapes to give the design some more color. When all that was done, I added some final text to express how healthy this product is, and at the bottom is my catchy motto, pop the top and enjoy. To demonstrate what I mean by that, here you take your straw that comes with the carton and you pop it through this orange lid as if you're drinking some boba. Then I was thinking that this orange at the bottom begins to lose color as you drink, and why am I making a whole pitch on this? Anyways, that's my Tropicana design. On to the next. Halfway through, we now have Gap, who thought they could take the blue square and push it somewhere else to get this lifeless version. Well, now I have an idea. My thought process for this one was literally make the logo the title, which is fairly simple for this design. So obviously we have gap, which means an opening space or breaking continuity. So why not have an unsettling amount of space between each letter? Oh, and we're done. Cool. Now time for Twitter, with one of the most infamous logo changes. The best choice for this redesign is to just switch it back to what it was, but to make things interesting, I'll make my own changes to the original by making this Twitter bird and placing it on this blue envelope. Cause, like messages or tweets, whatever. And who would have guessed another logo? Let's see what went wrong with this. Oh, yeah, it's missing the logo now. Thankfully, these brands are really making it easy for me to restore them, since all I have to do is infuse their old designs into something eye-aching, like this. So my plan? Use this more old-timey font and have the Cracker Barrel guy lean on it. Then I found this barrel and metal plate that I can plaster my text and logo on. This way, I was able to keep the barrel integrated in the logo, unlike some. And with a little color matching, we now have this redesigned Cracker Barrel logo. Oh, thank you Tunnel of Light Transition for redirecting us to number 2, Kia. This car brand went from 3 letters to 2. I can most definitely see the KN and get why it makes people mad. So I started by making a logo of K's and positioning them to get this design. Then I used this lot font to put a K, I, and A inside the empty space. Wow, I'm really hypocritical for calling out their bad lettering design when I literally added these. And as stated at the start of the video, the worst redesigned logo claimed by the AI jury is Jaguar. For being the last logo, I wanted to make something both simplistic yet creative. So I found a similar font for the lettering to the new logo and added some paw prints to replace the A's. I gave them this light blue outline and did the same for these scratch marks that go through the text. With that, we have our final redesign that came out probably the best out of all of them. Anyways, I'd like to know what you guys thought was the best design that I made. For me, honestly, it was hard to choose just one because they were all like equally as horrible. But oh, the frame's moving. Anyways, let me know what you want to see next.